Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, so not a lot of movement in after hours, and we had a little bit of volatility in pre-market. So we want to see if we're going to grab liquidity. This is our range. We're going to leave this as our range for today. This is going to be our range. So anywhere inside of here, we're going to be cautious, okay? You're going to have to chase your trade anywhere inside of this range. If we get outside this range, maybe let it run, okay? So look, let me make sure everyone's ready. Okay, look. I'm going to mute. Let me mute YouTube really quick. I'm going to just get on Discord. Give me a second. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Had to give some of the Discord some coaching, and now we know what to expect for the day. All right, so let's see how we react if we get to our 70.23. We want to see if we form support up here, and then we're going to look for continuation. Continuation meaning maybe a week. What is it? A weak bear cycle. We're gonna look for a weak bear cycle above 670.23. If you don't know what a weak bear cycle is, you gotta join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted. So look, we're still in this liquidity box, right? On the 5-minute. We're still in the 5-minute liquidity box. So if you want some safety today, you know, could we just go ahead and buy a call now and ride it out? Sure. But if you want some safety, I'm telling you where it's going to be. We want to look for a break and retest of this level. All right, these 30-minute pinks, it kind of already hit while in, let me see. It kind of already started to hit, so maybe wait on the entry for this. Wait for a retest, I guess. What is it? 69.47. Oh, we're right on it right now. All right, so let's see what happens at 69.47. At this level right here, on our 30-minute, yeah, we want to see if this is the level, right? 69. It's at 44 now, but it's at 69. Can't see it. 47-ish. So let's see how we react here, right? Because on our 30-minute, this is a retest of this level. So we want to see if we retest and reject off of it on the 30-minute. Okay, that 1 minute candle we just saw was the retest right here. This was the retest back to 32 and then the reject right here. This candle was it. Look on the 30-minute, see the pink ranger? I told you to wait for a retest. That was it. So now we're gonna see if it's gonna hit the pink. Now above pink, we wanna wait for deep structure, right? We see the 20. The 20 is at 72.84. So we know liquidity likes to gravitate towards these levels. And I believe one of the OGs had that, who did it? I think it's 3K. I think 3K did the vote for which MA it's going towards, the 20 or the 5. So if you're on YouTube trying to trade, get in the Discord. You're not going to be alone. You're going to find strength in numbers. We're going to put our collective hive mind together to come up with the best result. So let's see if we get a green push, 2 red candles down, and then another green, some more green to push it up. Like a turnaround right here would be ideal if it wants to do green, red, green. All right, we don't want the price to get down to 69.22 because then it's gonna break the structure of the bolt. So we don't want to get down to here. So if you see strong green, 2 red, so just wait for the, it's not a guaranteed thing. It's not like 100%. This is gonna happen every time you see this pattern. It's just a pattern I've recognized. So it looks like we're about to get into overbought territory. So if we need to get above this pink here with a strong move if it's going to continue. So I think I like this micro magenta so far. We're gonna go with this micro magenta for right now. So we need this first cup and handle to play out before the bigger one, right? See the bigger one? So we're gonna do it level by level. So if you're taking plays and you're in the range, you understand you gotta chase it, right? Okay, so for today, I think it should be they're respecting the algos as of right now. I think each play is going to be short-lived though. Don't hold me to that, but I think we're gonna have to get in and get out. So we're gonna look for a build in blue and then a break of purple for the up. See, this is what I was telling you. I just said it. We're overextended on this, on the buy side. We're overextended. So if we're gonna go any longer on calls, we needed to break above this pink with a strong move. This is why I was saying certain things need to happen. You understand what I'm saying now? If this happens, then I do this. We need to trade like robots, okay? Protect your trade here. Protect your trade. Protect your trade. All right, protect this trade. If you're waiting for the setup, look for the retest underneath 67.15. Oh boy. Okay, bounce off key level. So now we want to see the continuation. Hold on, sorry. Now we want to see continuation. Now I'm putting this purple at 2. So if it goes above purple, you got to measure your risk to reward to pink. All right, we got past key level. Now you should start moving your stop to the key level. Oh boy, here comes the avalanche. I would like to see some retest of this key level here. May not get it, but I would like to see a retest of this key level. All right, Discord. So the pink ranger to the put side, you got to protect your trade now, right? You're in profit. Here's the range. You got to protect your trade now. Look, the pink rangers. Look at the money that just got printed on pink ranger. Look at the money we just printed on pink ranger from 67.36 to 66.27. Over a full look at the money we just printed on pink ranger. You have to join the Discord if you're sitting on YouTube. It doesn't make sense. We're printing money here and you're too afraid to send an email. Before the market opened, I already told my members exactly where the money was. I already have it marked out. You don't understand these colors because you're not in the Discord. It doesn't make sense. We're just sitting here printing money. And you're just sitting on the sideline. Look at the money. Look, Pink Ranger. We don't even if you didn't read the trading plan, all you needed to do was a Pink Ranger. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money. Easy. Pink Ranger. There's nothing more I can do. Look at the money we just printed. Oh my goodness. Amazing day. Look at the money. Yeah, I think it's time for one of these. Oh my goodness. Look at the money we just printed. Hell yeah. Whew. All right, let's look for the pullback here. Actually, we still got room. The leg's still far apart. The leg's still got room. This is where you implement your exit strategy. This is the perfect environment to implement your exit strategy. You have, look at all the room we had. Look at all the room. There's not even one green candle here on the break of this, on the break of Pink Ranger. Look at the money we just printed. If you stick to the strategy, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it works. Oh Oh my good. Look at the money we're printing right now. From 67 down to 64. 3 points. 3 full points. Look at the 5 at 61. Look at the 5. Wow, look at this money we printed. I wish I went heavier. I went really light on this. I went light because it was the first trade, you know. All right, let's see if we form a head here. Let's see if we I might revenge call this. A revenge call for me is a quick scalp in the opposite direction, or it could be a revenge put. A revenge put meaning you just want to get a quick retrace and hopefully maybe it turns around, but yeah. So I saw the strong move, so I went in on a call. I'm going to see what I can get out of it. I went in on the counter trend. Now my trade's protected. I don't suggest you guys do this. This is later on. I'll teach you how to do this later on. Now I'm collecting the trade. I'm collecting. I got to chase this, right? The reason I'm chasing it is because I know we're in the downtrend, so I have to chase this. I went double on my contracts here because I had an idea. So let me just focus really quick. All right, so if I get stopped out, I'm gonna get stopped out on my dotted line for profit. Okay, so everyone heard me say I'm taking a revenge call. I'm taking a call and I explain what it means and how it works and what the goal and what the hope is, right? So I got filled here. Now, if this thing went against me, even $10, I would have been stopped out, right? I wasn't risking a lot because I knew how to measure risk to reward. Let me chase this. Hold on. Let me focus really quick. I'll be right back. I'm in a call right now. I'll be right back. Let me focus. Hold on. Now look, if you're in the Discord, I really hope you're not taking revenge calls and revenge puts yet. Let that take some time, because there's been so many times where I try to revenge call, revenge put, and it immediately, you just gotta know, right? It takes time to know when it's gonna, when you've built up. Hold on, let me adjust. It takes time to know the patterns and what it needs to look like. So I was willing to take this risk, and it seems to be working out. So I'm gonna let this play out. And don't feel FOMO on this. Don't feel FOMO, because this isn't, it just takes time to do this type of stuff. I'm still in it. I'm probably gonna tighten it up. Okay, that just stopped me out. All right, that was a good play. So I got filled down here. I just went double on the contracts. So 2, in other words. So I did 1 here, I did 2 here. We got filled, so we got a nice little play here. Okay, so now if we get above, back above this pink, we're gonna start to look for the call setup. All right, we want to see if we get like this. Let's see if we get a little pullback and push off. Oh man, now see, I feel bad. This candle stopped me out. Look at that. Look at this. One candle stopped me out, and then look at it go. It happens. That was the risk I was willing to take, so I'm not going to be upset about it. That was all the risk I was willing to take, so I'm not going to be upset. That was my fault. All right, now I got to wait for the next setup. I got a really bad fill on here. I got filled way up here, so I'm gonna hope this can hold up. I'll let it play out. I'll just see what happens. I did one contract here. I'll let it play out. If we get below 84, I'll stop out. Okay, hold on. I tried to protect the trade and it just stopped me out again, so. Okay, I tried to protect it and it ended up stopping me out. I thought I was gonna keep running, so. After I just said I'm gonna let it run. I just said I'm gonna let it run. All right, I'm gonna take my time. I'm losing my focus. I'm gonna take my time here. Yeah, I just missed out on a lot. All right, so I took a call here. I stopped myself out on this one. I took another call here and I got stopped out again. So I'm just gonna take my time. I'm not focusing. This was an amazing break retest right here. This candle right here, amazing break and retest for this shoulder. So you got to protect this trade. I just protected it way too soon. Way too soon. I should have gave it at least 3 or 4 minutes before I moved the damn stop loss. I protected it too soon. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. I need to step away because I can already feel negative energy. I'll be right back. When we get to purple, if it wants to break, wait for that. Bruh, I bought a call here. Wait, down here. I bought a call here. All the way down here. Man, okay, there, it just goes to show you, even happens to me too, so dang. This one hurts. This one hurts because I went in twice. This one hurts because I went in twice, and yeah, that's what I get. This hurts. I'm trying for it not to, but dang, there's not a lot I can do here. It's just, I just see every green candle is pain on top of pain on top of pain, and this one hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm over it. I'm done pouting. All right, look. We're gonna see if this happens right here. It's a little ugly, but we're gonna see if we can get something like this. All right, let's look for a build-in blue and a break of purple. So we want to see if we're going to continue in magenta above purple, or if we're going to continue in blue below magenta. And now at this point, I'm going to watch out to see if they're going to form another algo. So I'll be on the watch out for that. You just wait for the setup. Unfortunately, all we have is magenta, so there's another one in here somewhere, it just hasn't presented itself as yet. Don't go in on, wait for this magenta, because it's, I don't know, tough call. I don't know, it's a tough call. Because we're looking to see if we're, you know, doing this down blue. Just don't overstay your welcome. I need to find that one last algo. It's in here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Give me a second. I'll find it. You give me a second. It's gonna happen. And then it's gonna get easier from there. We're close. We're close. We're like 75% of the way there. I just need to get one more and then we'll be good. I mean, we're okay right now. They're holding up, so I could probably get rid of this one. Your safety puts are going to be underneath the 5. Break, retest, reject under the 5. That's the answer. If you're doing anything in between this and the 5, you're accepting the price. You're scalping that, right? You have to understand that. If you're trading between here and the 5, you have to scalp this. Underneath the 5, then, you know, let it run. So if you're not okay with these, so look, the home runs are going to come. I think we're trying to make every single day, every single play a home run. That's not a thing. So take the money that you can get. All right, let's look to see if it's going to be build in orange and then break green. So build in blue, break purple, build in orange, break green. So we're going to get a chance to test it shortly. Now look, when we get, if we get to pink, right? Measure risk to reward from break of purple to the pink. That's what we're hoping for. And then if we do get to pink, then you have to expect all the liquidity's at pink, right? So then what's gonna happen is that the orders are now gonna have to settle out, right? So the market's gonna have to figure out who's gonna win. Are these guys gonna win, or are these guys gonna win? Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you already what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's gonna go up, but when we get here, then we need to figure it out. So we go level by level. Trying to get back in the game because I messed up earlier today. I didn't mess up, I didn't take any losses, but I definitely did maximize my winners. So a little disappointed in my performance on that one. A little disappointed. Usually I'm a lot better, a lot better, but I had my moment today. So, but you know, I'm glad everyone could see me make the mistakes, right? That's you know, if we're gonna make mistakes, let me make the mistake. Okay, look, this is all done live and in real time. No one can tell me I didn't plot this entire play. How long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 minutes ago. You can't say I didn't plot this entire move 9 minutes ago. You can't say it. Rewind the tape. Look at this. This is what I'm telling you all. I get these paths right about 80% of the time. About 80%, I'm gonna get this right. You still have to worry about that 20% though, okay? There's nothing 100% here. So look, this green is building up a lot of liquidity. I know you see it, right? I'm training you to train your trader eyes to see liquidity. You see liquidity. Liquidity builds up horizontal, or excuse me, at an angle and horizontally. Okay, Discord, if you made any money on the break of our Pink Ranger, or on the initial move, you gotta learn how to protect your account. Sometimes you gotta learn when to call it. I'm not telling you, you gotta leave for the trading day, but I am saying, you gotta learn when to hold them and when to fold them, right? That's what they say. I adjusted purple slightly. See how it looks like we're stuck between green and purple? Watch. See this green and purple wedge? So just be patient here. It's gonna get easier. Watch. Just be patient. Don't front run it. Let it happen. And remember, if you're in this range, you gotta get in and get out. Don't overstay your welcome. Our safety puts are below the 5. That hasn't changed. Our safety calls are gonna be above the 20. That hasn't changed. So look, you see the liquidity. They're figuring out who's gonna win, right? So let them figure it out. We don't have to sit here and guess. Why guess? It doesn't do you any good. Waste of time. Let them tell you. They'll tell you. On the 5 minute, we're below the water, so we might be experiencing a weak bull. On the 1 minute, we're above the water, but we're maybe starting our bear cycle. And on the 30 minute, It's above the water, still in the bear cycle, but it looks like it's losing strength. So it needs to pop up above 69.16. They got to grab this liquidity and above 69.16. It needs to be above this pink ranger. At minimum, your calls have to be above 70.23 minimum. I mean, if you want to scalp from purple to pink, you know, that's on you. So technically, this should be a 1, this should be a 2, and then a 3 is going to be above the 20 for confidence level. Look, we already know what to expect. We knew they're going to do this, right? We knew they're going to do this. Let them do it. Now they're going to start to test it when it gets to, you know, when it gets to purple, they're going to start to really test it and try to fake you out. So just wait till you're comfortable with the move. And here's another thing. Let's say we bought a call on the break of purple, or we bought a put on the break of green, and it didn't hit. You have to realize that the setup that we have is a reasonable setup, right? So if it didn't work, you can't throw away your whole entire strategy because this one play didn't work, right? So what I'm trying to say is, you have to have confidence in your strategy. You have to have reliance, knowing that, you know, we've had all this data, all these months and months and months to prove that it works. So it's not unreasonable to think that, you know, we have our setup, we see it, it's playing out, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It doesn't mean that everything's trash now, and it doesn't mean you should rethink your whole life. That's just when you calm down and really focus. And that's when you get even more confidence in the strategy, realizing that it's really hard to be wrong twice in a row. Really hard to be wrong twice in a row. I'm not sure if I want to dump this magenta for the green. I might dump the magenta for the green. I think it started in magenta, but then it shifted to green, so. Let me see something. I'm gonna leave magenta for now just because I'll just leave it. They're starting to invalidate it. It's starting to be invalid, so. I'm gonna keep it going for possibly secondary liquidity. Other than that, if it keeps breaking the algo, then if it's not respecting the algo, I'll get rid of magenta because I think it may have run its course. I'll be generous and give it this last chance, and then I'll probably get rid of it after that. So we'll see. Just be patient. We got our marching orders. We see that we're stuck between this right here, right? So a reasonable person would say maybe calls above. Hold on. Maybe calls on green if you want a quick scalp, and then maybe puts under here. Or I'll just leave this one. So you see liquidity building up here. If it breaks and runs, you got to chase it. So if we break green and break red, then probably got a likelihood of some downward. If we break purple and break green, probably got a good likelihood of some upside. So let's just be patient and wait. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can't win them all. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I gotta get up and circulate some blood. I recommend you do the same. Set alerts. Here, let me set my alerts. Practice what I preach. It's about to happen, so let me just wait. I'll be right back. You know, I would prefer if we break a green, probably somewhere down here. This would be probably a better preference, but we'll see. See if we can maximize it up here. But this would be ideal for me. Now let's see if we get below green and below red. We'll see, because we got to break this liquidity too. Let's see if we break red as well. Remember, we got to break this liquidity as well, right? Ideally, we like to be somewhere down here with a break of the green. This is where ideal we like to be, break a green. Either way, we need to break this red. We see the liquidity here. Here, this is what we want. If it's gonna go down, we want to see this. So we'd like to be under here to know that all this has been taken out. And then same rules to the upside, right? Break purple and above green. We have to break this liquidity, right? Liquidity goes sideways and horizontal. Excuse me, it goes diagonal and horizontal. So we got our marching orders. Just wait for one of those things to happen. Now this purple, if it needs to reject under this purple. We see a lot of liquidity built up in purple as well. This liquidity has to break. This green might be a little higher. I'm still here. I'm just being quiet. Just being quiet. We're gonna let our play set up. So we either want to be like this or like this. Okay, you gotta protect your trade on the break of purple. Protect your trade on the break of purple. This is a winner, right? We were prepared for this, right? Oh, hell yeah, dude. And Netta pays attention. Netta pays attention for sure. You gotta protect your trade here, okay? On the break of this purple, protect your trade. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the money. There it is. If you're on YouTube, you're trying to learn how to trade, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. Why are you sitting there by yourself trying to do this by yourself alone? Why? Why would you do that when you see us printing money right here? Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted, I promise. It's only a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. See if we can get a little bit more. Let's see if they want to retest it or they're just going to shoot up from here. All right, so let's see if we get the strong green move, 2 red candles and another push up. All right, let's look at this play. We highlighted the break of purple, which was at, well, estimated at 68.30. We're currently at 69.66. This is a win. This is an absolute win, and we do it every day, so I'm not gonna act like I'm surprised. Congratulations, Discord, if you stuck around and you did your job today. Here's what we wanted to watch out for, right? I'm really glad that this happened. So we saw that the break of this green, even though it was highlighted, we know there was another liquidity we had to get over, which was the red, right? So we were in this little range right here. That little tiny range, we were in this range. So it wasn't enough just to break the liquidity on green. We also needed to break red. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see why I was cautious on the break of the green? I said we also need to get underneath red. And I said also, if you want to wait for some safety, wait for the break of purple and also above green, right? And then you wait for the break and retest. Now let's see if this retest is the liquidity grab for the push up. I'll be right back. Don't overextend yourself and don't overtrade. I'll be right back. Look, we need to have a rule, right, in the Discord. If the entry was, if the price has moved a full damn point, a full dollar, you need to start collecting money, right? You need to start collecting money. You can't let it go against you. You can't let it go 1 full point and not protect your trade. If you're worried about it continuing without you, you can always get back in. But at least protect your trade. Alright, so don't overstay your welcome. Just be patient. Let everything happen. It's going exactly how we planned it, right? So don't panic. We've already planned for all of this. Just don't panic. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, look, here's the break, retest, reject. If you didn't collect by now, if you didn't protect your trade by now, you know, you had plenty of time. From the break of this purple to now, you have plenty of time. So you can't let these trades go against you, right? The home runs are gonna come. I know we're worried about like, oh, but I keep stopping myself out and then the price continues. I get it. It happened to me like literally not long ago. It happened to me this morning. But what I don't want you to do is let the trade go against you. Don't hold for so long. Don't try to be a gangster that you're letting it go against you. Just collect, even if it's $3, collect the $3. You can get back in. And you can probably even get back in at a better price. Our next level of liquidity is going to be at pink. So if the price gets to pink, expect the orders to have to settle out, right? So either it's going to get to pink and they're going to go above to settle the orders like this, or they're going to chop around here to settle the orders. So now we got this liquidity out the way. Now we need to worry about this liquidity up here. Right? Level by level. That's all we can ask for. Don't overstay your welcome. So if it needs to have a weak, what is this? A weak bear cycle, you know what it needs to look like, right? If it's going to continue this bull cycle, then look for it to continue above, and then the bear cycle above the pink, and then the continuation. It all has to play out like that. If it doesn't play out like that, then leave it alone. There's no trade. Just take your money and stop risking things. Just wait for all of that to happen. And I know sometimes you want to jump in early because you have a bias and you're like, oh, well, I can get in now and collect all that money all the way to where I think the price is going to go. I recommend you wait for your confirmation. Stop trying to get ahead of it because you don't know if there's a whole bunch of orders sitting right where you placed your order. You don't know if a whale placed a big, so let the market tell us what they're going to do. Stop having a bias. They're going to tell us, right? We're going to identify the liquidity, and then they're going to fade to one side or the other of the liquidity. It's always going to be like that. It's never not going to be exactly what I just explained. The only time is when there's the fake outs, right? And there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. You just have to hope that your risk management strategy is adequate enough to survive. Make sure you're not over leveraged. As long as you do all that, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine because we have a winning rate, right? Our win rate is enough to sustain more than a full-time job. Just gotta be a little bit patient. We gotta allow the money. If we have to allow the market to settle out the orders, because it's trying to pay you the money, it just needs time. And you have to realize, you have to tell yourself, it's like, the more I let this play out, the more they're gonna pay me. You gotta think about it like that. You're getting paid based on your time. Look, that's what I'm telling you. Don't have a bias because look, the legs didn't cross. Everyone thought it was probably going to cross already over here on this. Let what's going to happen happen. Don't front run it, because if the legs decide to extend and gets above here, then we're going to wait for a weak bear cycle above pink. But if we cross here, then we're going to wait for a weak bear cycle above green. So we just gotta wait for the continuation. Is it gonna continue above green or above pink? That's what we're waiting for. Or if you're already in your play from purple, then you're holding. Okay, let me go over one of the exit strategies. I think this is strategy number 2, I want to say, from lesson 8. But here we go. So one exit strategy would be the cross of your MACD to exit. However, look, we're above a key level, comfortably above a key level, and your MACD crossed while it's comfortably above. So your best bet here is just to put your, so if you entered on purple and you see you crossed way up here, you know, you're gonna have some safety putting your stop above green, right? Even though technically your legs crossed, yeah, your legs crossed on the 1041 candle. Look how high above you are above green. You had a little bit of room here, right? So your stop should have been right above green, and then you wait for the retracement, level by level, right? You go in on purple, you embrace the retrace. It never actually tested your entry, right? Because look at the wick right here is at 68.66. The entry should have been at 68.24. Even if you had a bad entry, you would have got entered at 66.60 and it would have tested it, but it rejected right off that same level, right? Break, retest, reject, boom. Perfect. This is classic. This is classic. Look at the money we just printed. This is our classic setup. This is entry and exit number 1 from lesson 8. If you enter on the break, you put your stop right here, you embrace the retrace, you never worry about it, right? This is strategy number 1 from lesson 8 right here. This is it, perfectly playing out. Perfectly playing out. This is our entry and exit strategy working out perfectly. Look at the money we just printed. And you're on YouTube and you're sitting here trying to trade. I just don't get it. Send me an email. It's free for a session. And even after the session, it's only $100 a month. You've burned $100 on some shenanigans I don't even want to talk about. You've burned $100 on things that when people walk in the room, you shut your laptop. You've burned $100 on that, right? You bought beers, cigarettes, and hookers and all types of stuff. And now that it's time to invest in you, now you're hesitant. It makes no sense. There's a loser mind state. You better put all your effort towards you. And we're here doing it together. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money. You're worried about $100. You're stepping over a dollar to pick up a quarter. That's what you're doing. You're never gonna win trying to take the shortcut. I'm telling you, it's not. Don't shortchange yourself. You're shortchanging yourself. You're trying to take the shortcut, right? Oh, I can do this off YouTube. Good luck. Doesn't work like that. Good luck. The 5-minute chart, it looks like we had a little bit of inducement here. When they broke here, a little bit of inducement. We wanted to watch out for the stop hunt though, right? You probably can't see it. It's in here, right here. This little, you guys can't see it, but I can see it. This is when I was trying to protect you against the stop hunt here. Now this got extended, but we were prepared. We were prepared. We knew exactly what to expect, right? This is only in the 5-minute chart. If you're on YouTube, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. You have to send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com, to get sorted. Okay, today's been a great day. Today's been an absolutely great day. Little sketchy here. I think on the break of this green, maybe some maybe took a loss, got a little overzealous, but I get it, right? Because we broke the green, we saw the wedge forming. However, we did identify the liquidity going horizontally, right? Our key level liquidity. We did identify that, so you know, this is a little bit risky. I get it if you took the risk here, but you can't be wrong twice. Well, it's really hard to be wrong twice in a row. If you get stopped out here, you know the entry was on purple. This is a winner, right? It's very hard to be wrong twice in a row. There's the proof. We prove it every day. There's proof every day. So if you're on YouTube and you need proof, go through my catalog. Go through all the live streams. Go through all the end of day reports. Or if you want, you can send me an email. You can get in the Discord and you can see all the wins. Talk to the members. They're good people. Most of them. Most of them are good people. Okay, I'm gonna clean up this chart just a bit. This candle right here took me out, so. Okay, next setup. See what we got. All right, let's see if we're gonna form the head here. Let's see if we get a shoulder here. Let's see if we get another shoulder here. We're gonna look for this. Our safety puts are gonna be underneath this red right here. There you go. That's the answer. I'm gonna move this back to key level because this was a winner. So I'm putting this key level back to white. This is a win. And shortly here, I'm gonna do some admin. So look, we identified the liquidity right here. Here, let me clean it up. Watch. I told you all it's gonna get way easier. Watch, watch, watch. Now we need to see if we're going to break, retest, and reject. Now, if we start trading underneath the lick box here, think the other way, right? And then we need to clear this lick box here, this original one. So you have your marching orders, you know what to expect. Very simple, very simple. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some work. Give me a second. If everyone on YouTube could do me a solid and hit the like button. I'm sitting here doing this all day, every day, so we can all benefit. The only thing I'm asking for is a like, just to spread the word, because YouTube shadow bans me. They shadow ban me all the time. All right, look, we're gonna look for if we're gonna grab liquidity from this liquidity level and push off, right? Now, if the weak bear cycle is going to happen in here, then expect the bounce inside this lick box. It's going to happen, right? Watch. I'm telling you. Everything I'm saying is going to happen. I don't know why this is here. I'm going to delete this. Teal is our macro. I'm just going to clean up the chart, take a screenshot. All right, let's analyze it. Ready? So this liquidity here, we have liquidity here and up here. So now the price grabs strength from here. We made it up to here. Now we're gonna retest. Now we're gonna see if we're gonna reject, or if we're going to, right? So around here is going to be your 50-50. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. All right, so let's see if this liquidity breaks below this key level, or if we get above the pink, right? Exactly what we said. If it's gonna be a weak bear cycle, expect it to happen inside of this little range. I mean, it still hasn't played out yet, but it's still going, so we're gonna wait. Remember, if it's gonna, here, I'll draw it again. I said, if it's gonna be a weak, hold on, let me get it. Why? They won't let me grab it. Okay. I said if it's gonna be a weak bear cycle, to watch out for this. If it's gonna be a strong bull cycle at the time, to watch out for this. Now, if this bear cycle wants to play out, then we got to watch out for this. So we know exactly what to look out for. So just be patient. I'm going to mark out high day in white. You see, this would be a good microstructure for a push up if this played out, right? Like this. That would be a good microstructure to play out for some more upside. But if we can't get the strength to get above pink, then it's, look, watch. That's just gonna be this, this, and this. So this liquidity box here, let me show you, is gonna hold the key. So we need to see which way this one fades. can't tell if we're stuck between green and teal. I'm not sure which one's the dominant one. So we have this down and this down here. Obviously safety would say teal. Well, safety would say red, but we're trying to get the most optimal entry. I'm gonna clean up the chart. So I'm not sure if it's going to be green or teal. One of them. On the break of purple, you got to measure risk to reward to the high day. Also, we want to be over pink. We gotta break this liquidity. I'm still here, just being quiet. All right, let's see what we got here on the break of this green. We'd like to be break of green and the break of the white, the key level as well. So we want to be under green and also under white for puts, and then hopefully the puts will get us to red. To the upside, we're looking for break of purple, hopefully to get us to white. So let's highlight it. Okay, you see your range between green and red. Just don't overstay your welcome on either side. The market may want to consolidate for a little bit, so don't overstay your welcome. Look at your ranges. Wait for this range. Just wait for that range to break between green 70.23 and 67.15. Just wait for that range. If you're not interested in going through this over here, because look at this. Look at the price action over here. If you're not interested in going through that over here, if you know you don't have the stomach to survive that, then just wait till we get underneath it. Okay, I'm not going to adjust green anymore past where it's at right now, so. This is the final adjustment for green, and then I'm not adjusting it anymore. After this, then the algo's changed. If the price starts to get stupid in here, at some point we need to recognize when the trading is in our favor and when it's not in our favor, right? So at some point you need to recognize, like, you know what? I don't like the price action. I'm going to stay out of it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we need to. We're number one. You're not going to win every day. That's not a thing. This is a business. There is no business that doesn't have expenses, right? That just doesn't exist. So you're not going to win every day, and that's okay. But we need to recognize when we're, the market conditions. This may not be the condition for us. We had our opportunity, and we were able to capitalize a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going to sit in here and deal with chop all day. Yeah, as long as we're in this lick box here, you see it? As long as we're in this lick box, Just be careful. Remember, I'm not adjusting this green anymore. If this green doesn't hit, then it's not green. Then I'm changing the algo, or I'm leaving that one and we're gonna figure out the new one. So let's see if we break green and then break white and then see if we get some movement, and then I can make my selling channel. Wait for liquidity to break. Remember, liquidity goes sideways and diagonal. So we want to break our sideways and the diagonal, right? That'll give us some confluence. Don't get involved until we break this lick box. You see we're in a range, right? Clearly we're in this range. So don't get involved until we break this lick box. Simple. You are now inside of a liquidity grab. You're now inside of it. Now you know what it looks like. You're inside of it. We're trying to figure out, are they grabbing liquidity to send it in which direction? Excuse me, let me make this a little more sense. So this area in here is going to be your 50-50. This is all going to be your 50-50 because we don't know. All we know is everyone agrees to the price here. The market will tell us when there's a disagreement, right? They're going to break this liquidity box and we're going to see momentum whenever that disagreement settled. So we don't need to sit here and guess. Just wait for liquid. If we got stopped out on one of them, now we're just waiting for the setup. We're waiting for the next setup because it's hard to be wrong twice in a row. Now this area in here is going to be the secondary liquidity, right? From here, from green to here is going to be the secondary liquidity inside here. So now let's see if we break green. Protect your trade. Protect your trade. Protect your trade. There goes your money back. It's really hard to be wrong twice in a row. It's really hard to be wrong twice in a row. Oh man. Okay. Don't overstay your welcome, right? Got it? There's your money back. There you go. I told you, stick with the strategy. It just played out right in front of your face. It's okay if we get it wrong because it only tells us where our entry actually is. If that doesn't personify my strategy to perfection, then you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. That was it. It just happened. Thank you. Call it a day. Do not overstay your welcome. Thank you. No problem, buddy. That's what we're here for. We're all in this together. Exactly to the target, right? So this is how we can, you know, I'm not saying I know exactly where the price is going to go, but we have probabilities. You know, we know if we can break purple, we're most likely looking at, why do you think I marked out high a day at 7105? And it exactly, we got this. We're gonna do this. Everything just happened exactly as we expected it. This is how we're gonna make sustainable, repeatable, profitable income. Little by little. It doesn't have to be a home run every time. We're making calculated decisions, calculated risk. Now implement your exit strategy, right? This is where you implement it. You have to embrace the retrace. You have to allow the uncomfort. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to learn to feel some type of weird sadomasochism gratitude whenever you see those red candles. If you can do that, you'll be fine. And don't overstay your welcome. Don't over leverage yourself. It's gonna work, right? Mathematically, it just has to work. And if you disagree with math, then you got other problems. I'm gonna do some admin real quick. Give me a second. Don't overstay your welcome. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to use the chart for a minute, the 1 minute chart. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. All right, we're above the water in 1 minute. Let's see if they give it enough room to push up back to 671.05 to get a second bite at the apple, right? First bite at the apple here. Let's see if we get another bite at the apple again. And then we want to see if we get above 71.05. If we get above 71.05, we want to look for a break and retest. Let's see if we get a weak bear cycle here for continuation up. If you don't know what a weak bear cycle is, you got to join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com, to get you sorted. If you don't get a good, strong move push up here, then I'm seeing weakness in the uptrend. We need to see a strong push up above 671.05. If we start to stall out here, I'm seeing weakness in the uptrend. I'm gonna get up really quick. I'm going to hold on. Hold on, let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see if we get the second bite at the apple. I'm going to talk through entry and exit strategy number 1 on lesson 7. So here's how it would play out. If you were to take the entry on the break of purple, you would put your stop below your last low. Actually, no, entry 1 is literally at your entry, or very, maybe right below your candle. So if your entry was on your break, you go at least below your candle. Below your last low would be even better. But if you would have followed any one of those rules, if you embraced the retrace, you got your second bite at the apple. Now you're at least broken even with your fees covered. You just have to hold embrace for the retrace. Now if it goes up, you can't lose from here, right? You've already embraced the retrace. If it goes against you, you don't lose anything. You stop out for maybe a little bit of profit. Maybe you covered your fees, but now you don't have to worry. You can just let it run. The hard part was surviving the retracement. Now that you survived the retracement, now you let it run. You can't lose from here. So just be patient. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm just gonna get up and walk around. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, I'm back. My own personal bias, which I shouldn't have a bias, but I do. We all do because we're human. I think the market's gonna chop around in a wedge or a range for some time. I think maybe a week or two. I think we're gonna chop around in a range. Let me look at this 30-minute. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just stayed between the 5 and the 20 for a bit. Okay, also, if you took the Green Ranger, you got to protect your trade now, right? Don't let it go against you. If you're in profit now, do not let it go against you. At least collect your fees so you don't take any loss at all. If you took the break and retest of this green. If you're in purple, then you're holding, right? The strategy is working out perfect. You take the break, you embrace the retrace, and you allow it to run. Everything's happening exactly how we have it planned out. How you manage it, that's on you, right? I can't control, when you move your little fingers to hit sell. I can't control when it, you know, how much money you want to take. I don't control that. I told you, we're going to get another bite at the apple. Usually you get another bite at the apple. It's very rare that the market just turns around in the middle of levels. It's not impossible, it's very rare. So we work off of probabilities. So once you understand the probabilities, you're not going to have fear of these red candles. Once you understand, all right, I'm above the water. At least I'm above the water, right? The orange, your MACD has all the strength. You're above the water. You're above the water and you broke liquidity. So it makes sense to maybe, it would make more sense that, hey, maybe I got a weak bear cycle coming in. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, it's probabilities, right? As long as you're, you know, quick on it and you're paying attention, you'll be fine. You know, when I first started trading, I wouldn't let anything go against me. As soon as it would go negative, you know, as soon as it would go green, I would immediately basically just stop myself out. And then I would just do that until a home run came. So I would go for like days and days, just stopping myself out for $1, stopping myself out for break even, because I refuse to take a loss. You know, because it's like an ego thing, I think. And then I just get tired of seeing the plays go without me. I just got tired of it. And that's what I'm saying. It takes time to really become the trader you want, because you need to experience certain things to realize your tolerance. But, you know, luckily I was able to take enough little tiny wins here and there. Little tiny wins. I'm talking about like $10, $15 here and there. Literally one contract, $10. I'd be waiting all day for hours and hours and hours, 6 hours, all day for $15. And I did this for a long time, and until I built the account, and I just got tired. And I was like, you know what? I can risk a little bit more. So when I'm telling you it takes time because I'm just giving you my experience. Eventually, you'll start to see the pattern. Eventually, you'll see that there's a high probability of when I say something is going to happen, and you'll know how to manage your risk around that. It just takes time. We got the strategy, just follow the strategy, and you know, maybe we're not going to be crypto bros and hitting, you know, stupid crazy returns in a minute, but we're going to be consistent. But we'll be consistent. And that type of safety and security, yeah, you can't beat that. That type of safety and security, just to be consistent doing this type of stuff, it's invaluable. It's invaluable. And then there's going to be people that are on YouTube that are trying to make it happen, day trading. And I get it, because I was there where you are too, right now, following streamers that I believed knew more than I did. And, you know, you're basically hanging on their every word. I get it, because I was that same person too. Until I realized that these people, they have their own best interests at heart, and I get it. I wanted to be different, and I wanted to show people that you can be the leader yourself. That you're not always gonna have to follow me. It's just gonna take time. And then you may be asking, well, what's the benefit there? The business plan there is volume, right? I'm hoping to attract so many people that I get the volume. That's how. And the reason why is just, I could tell you, but you're gonna think I'm lying. I had a dream, and the dream told me to do good things. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm trying to do my part, whatever I can. But if you want to make this day trading thing a thing, and you're afraid to come up off $100, just turn off the screen. Turn off the screen and go flip a sign in front of Subway, because this is not for you. You're gonna try to sit here and nickel and dime the stock market. If you don't realize, like, I have a winning strategy. The Discord is popping right now. Everyone is doing very well. We have a team here and we're trying to help people. Look at the money we printed. From break of purple, embrace the retrace. This is a perfect setup. Right back to our second bite at the apple. Oh man. It's almost like I said, we're gonna have a weak bear cycle above, in between this range, to give us the push up. It's almost like I said that was gonna happen to exactly the key level. Strange how I said that exactly this is gonna happen. This is no surprise. And then you gotta rewind the tape. Everything I said was gonna happen has happened. Rewind the tape. And then, even though you have evidence and proof in front of your face of the money that we just printed, you're still gonna be like, I don't know, $100. I don't know, it's $100. I got this really mean cocaine habit that doesn't let me spend $100 on Tuesday. So if that's your life, then good luck. Good luck. If you're not gonna invest in yourself, no one else is gonna do it. Look at the money we're printing right now. I don't even need to say anything. I don't need to say it because I already said it. How long ago? At like 11:08? Around 11 o'clock. Around 11 o'clock, I told you exactly what was gonna happen. Look at the money we just printed. Oh my goodness. Look at the money. There it is. Yeah, call it a day. You know what? I'm the same way. Whenever I realize my mental state, like I keep going back and forth, and yeah, I get it. But no, that's smart. You need to be able to recognize that within yourself. It took me a long time to recognize when I'm revenge trading, when my mind's not in it, and I'm just trying to either recover or scalp or whatever it is. When I know I'm not sticking to my strategy and I feel weird, I just call it. Especially if I'm up, there's no reason to be greedy. And look, exactly as I've been saying, even if you get it wrong, we want to win the war at the end of the day. It's okay to lose a battle. That's gonna happen. Winning the war, right? And DJ, you won the war today. You survived the hard thing. You were able to recover from a loss. This is the best thing we can do in day trading, right? Recover from your loss and call it a day. Don't sit here and be like, oh, okay, I'm a gangster now. Now I got this. I can go ahead and just keep printing. No. Don't do that. I think you're doing the smart, strategic, brilliant thing. Take your money and get out. We made it. All right, I'm gonna move my stop to right above key level now. So entry on purple, stop above key level. We walked through this. I told everyone, you calm down. Everything's fine. We all know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get a week. We know what to expect. Look, we had our Green Ranger. Green Ranger's a winner. We had our purple. Purple's a winner for calls. Our put entry was either gonna be underneath this key level with a break of green, or this teal right here. This is gonna be our put entry. So the only other option we had was the call entry. The call entry was on purple or on green. So these are the winners. Welcome to the family. Yep, I'm glad. You guys go ahead and take your money and leave. Don't sit here all day and do this. I like how DJ was so focused. She's like, I'm getting this money back. I'm getting that money back. I like that. However, sometimes that could be detrimental as well, right? When you have already made up your mind you're going to trade to get money back, that could be dangerous too. I mean, it worked out for you, and I'm glad it did, because we stuck to the strategy, right? The same thing I repeat every day. It worked out for you, and that's good. However, recognize when you had that type of trading day, because we don't want to risk all of our winnings, right? We don't want to risk any of it. I mean, it's going to be a risk. You can't do anything about that. But we're consistent. We'll be fine. Just don't over leverage. This green, man, it's holding up and it's not. It's holding up and it's not. There's a lot of liquidity built up in this green, though. Yeah, this stopped me on key level here, so I took all that profit. If it goes up from here, I don't care. I took my profit. I went level by level, right? I went from purple. I embraced the retrace. It went above key level. I moved my stop to above key level. That stopped me out. Okay, I'm okay with that. Live to fight another day. Follow the rules. Now I'm okay with this trade. If it shoots up without me, oh well. I followed my rules, right? I went level by level. That's all I could do. You know, sometimes there's going to be a point where it retests that same level just to stop you out and continue. That happens all the time. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I may start to see weakness in this green though, but you know, green's faked us out once before, maybe even I think twice before green faked us out, so maybe I think at this point here we want to build in green and break teal. Building green and big green, and then break this teal. Break this teal. This is how far along we've come today, and that's what I see. Yeah, this last one that stopped me out. Yeah, I'm gonna take my wins, and I'm probably gonna call it. I'm gonna be another few minutes on here, maybe another 15 minutes. I'm gonna let some more data come in, and then I'm gonna leave some last minute plays for the people who want to stay and trade a little bit more, which I highly recommend you don't. You know, it wasn't easy today. It was fine. It wasn't easy. A little bit of chop, right? We had to survive this chop in liquidity zones, but I think we were able to survive. This was not exactly an easy day. The algos held up for the most part, especially our purple. Our build-in blue break purple. Okay, I'm gonna let the market settle out. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get up, walk around. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. When I come back, I'll start setting up the plan for long-term plays after I leave. Okay. So give me a second. Let me just walk around a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm gonna start to wrap it up. Before I head out, I will go over some of the wins with the YouTube, so everyone could get an understanding of what's happening inside the Discord. Our first play of the day was a put underneath this red ranger right here. So this was our first win of the day right here. Technically it was up here, but I think I drew it a little like late. Not really, but we'll just say here. Here was our first win. Whatever, that's fine. Our next win, I'm not going to count this revenge call because I did a revenge call here at the very bottom. That was my own personal play. It wasn't an actual setup from the Discord. So the next setup in the Discord would have been the break of this. Oh, you know what? Correction. There was an area right here where I drew a path for a break and retest of this level. So this is number 2 right here. Our second win here. Our first win was a put right here. Our second win was a call right here. So we have a call here. We have a put here. We had another call on the break of our purple right here. We had another call on the break of our purple right here. And then we had another call on the break of our purple right here. Look at the money that's been printed off of green. Green was another entry. We had another call on our green entry right here. Look at the money that we just printed. Yup. Okay, look, so if anyone on YouTube, if you were to take the break of this green, this is a winner. A break retest of this green, this is a win. Or even if you went in here and embrace the retrace, this is a win. Okay, I'm gonna set up the long-term plays. I'll be right back. Give me a second. By the way, I'd just like to point out my 5-minute chart. I kind of figured it was going to be a bolt today. Bolt, retest. I knew it was going to grab liquidity. I'll be honest, I didn't expect all this. I did want to see liquidity grab before the push up. This actually happened. This is a 5-minute chart. If you're on YouTube, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. You got to join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. This is on our 5-minute chart. This is already here. We already knew what to expect. And if that wasn't good enough for you, we had our 30-minute chart with our trading plan. Our trading plan had literally this. Hold on, let me look at it. Let me look at it. Trading plan. We're gonna look at the micro cup and handle. A pullback to, what is this? 66736. Yep. Actually, it went even further. It actually pulled back to 665. But the trading plan had a pullback to 667 and then continuation above the pink ranger here. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. If you want proof of what I'm saying, send me an email. You can get in the Discord and see it for yourself. This is all done live and in real time. I'm not making anything up. Look at the money that was printed from green. Look at the money. Look at the money. It's still printing. It's still printing money. The 20 is at 73. We're at 72 almost. Look at the money we're printing. Okay, I'm gonna set up long-term plays. I'm gonna get out of here shortly. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oy. Okay, the Discord, we're in teal until we're not. Okay, so if this wants to continue up, it's gonna be in teal. If it wants to head down, look for a head to form and then a shoulder. This is the only setup. Your safety is going to be over here. You want to see this liquidity get taken out, and then you want to see this liquidity get taken out. So somewhere around here is going to be your safety. Okay, look, I have a confidence level 1, confidence level 2, confidence level 3, okay? Look, we're about to touch, we're testing top of teal. So on a longer term, we want to see if this teal is just gonna do this. All right, we got the 20 in sight. Most likely a target, right? However, that's been my time. YouTube has been a pleasure. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. I'll give you a free session. You can try it out for yourself, determine if you're a good fit with the community. And the monthly contribution is only $100. It's only $100 to get you access for a full month, and you get access to all the Discord information, all the content, all the lessons, and all the great traders are in there with us. So send me an email. I'll get you sorted out, and we'll get you set up. You have a good day. Discord, if you have any questions, send me a DM, okay? I'll be around. I'll be on the sidelines. So I'll be around on the sidelines. But if you're green, call it a day. Call it a day. There's no reason to keep trading, right? Put your stops, allow this last one to run, right? You embrace the retrace right here. Just allow it to run. Okay? Anyways, that's been my time. We're going to do it again tomorrow. YouTube, send me an email. Have a good day. Bye.